Hey everyone, it's Dewey and I'm here with Terri Hall and the it girl of the sky. She just flew in from Fort Recovery. We're at the Dewey Drome. Let you guys take a look here. And she brought her Cessna 140. She's gonna take me up and flying in this bad boy and take you guys with me, or us. And she's gonna show us how a Cessna 140 flies. And at the same time, Terri, why don't you tell us a little bit about your baby?
Okay, this is a 1946 Cessna 140. It's a what we call a straight 140, so it has fabric wings. Electrical system that came on a 140 as opposed to a 120 was without the electrical system. Those are the main differences. And the 140 also has flaps, which are metal covered, and ailerons, of course, are metal covered, but the wings themselves are all fabric. Everything else is metal. So I've owned this airplane since November of 1991, and so I'm here in my 25th year, going on 26 years with it. This is a 85 horse Continental, and it was overhauled several years ago and has the 0200 crankshaft STC, which in reality gives it a little bit bump of horsepower, so it's probably up a little bit closer to 100 horsepower actually, and it's pretty basic. This venturi here, when you see the venturi on the side, that is just that provides air for a turn and bank that's in the airplane. You'll see that when we take a peek inside. This is the pitot tube. This is what gives us our airspeed sensing inside with the airspeed indicator. Not a lot to it. I have a radio and a transponder and the basic instrument gauges, and I fly it mostly in the daytime, but it does have lights, so I can fly it at night as well.
She said we're good to go. Let's go. Flying in the sky. Clear prop. Now we're going to do a run up here. Checking our mag, carburetor heat.
It's all good.
We got all 90 horses going right now.
Maybe. Got the tail up, that's a good sign.
And off we go.
And where do you want to go?
Well, let's go fly the airplane. Looks like you're climbing out about 80 miles an hour. Climbing through 300 feet.
Yeah, 80 miles an hour, 70 if you want to fly a little bit slower. It'll still climb up over trees and things, but 80 is a good, comfortable number.
Not all that happy.
Yeah, we're going to throw that little ladybug out.
Hope she doesn't have family or something. Oh,
yeah.
You're going to... Oh, ladybug's
free.
going up.
She's free.
She just did a 100-mile-an-hour skydive.
She's free.
Yep.
Let her fly.
Yes. So, here's Terri and I. We're up here flying along. Got a couple cameras going. We just seen a big buzzard flying along. And there was a Cessna 182 that looks like he's about 500 or 1,000 feet above us. We're just about 25 miles east of Dayton right now. We're at 2,000 feet MSL. And we're cruising around. It's about 2,400 RPM. And doing about 115 to 120 miles an hour. It's a beautiful day out here in Ohio. So now I'm up flying a little bit, and let me shake the sticks. This is a nice flying airplane, Terri.
It does all right.
I do a approach here, short field approach over Skydive Greene County. I used to fly Beech 18s and Twin Otters and Casas off of this strip here, about 4,000 feet. Man, this plane handles very good. Up, there's a deer on the runway. I might do a go around.
Good choice.
Yep, don't want to hit any deer.
What do you think, Dewey? You ready to add to your collection?
I am. This is a must airplane, I must say. Man, it's very light on the controls, and you know, you really don't have to use your feet a lot to keep it coordinated in these turns, but I guess that's why the ball looks like it's all the way out of the circle.
Not hardly. Not hardly.
It doesn't take a lot for the coordination. It flies really good. You've been flying for 25 years and you've loved it. You've been all over the country with this thing.
But this is my fun flying. This is what really, really brings you back to grassroots.
Yeah, it's kind of our sanctuary.
Yes, it is. So what's the name of this lake again, Dewey?
Shawnee
Lake.
Shawnee Lake is connected to Jamestown, Ohio. I have a lot of friends out here that live here. Kind of grew up, you know, I grew up in town, but I'd come out here and visit my friends and everything. I never was much into the water sports. Until recently, I'm able to swim a little bit. I'm not much of a swimmer.
Well, you've got plenty of other things to do out here, it looks like. So.
Yeah.
Now, growing up, I mean, I started flying back at the end of '86. What year did you start flying?
I started in '93.
Not that far apart.
No, I really count my model airplane experience for aviation, though. I was 7 years old. And then I started flying radio-controlled airplanes when I was 11. I was 10 when I got a PT-40 by Great Plains, and I built it. The thing was a brick. It was crazy how I built that thing, but it flew. And a lot of model airplanes over the years, and then when I was 18, my parents let me fly. I wasn't able to fly until I was 18.
I wish I could have started sooner. I sure wanted to, and well...
Yep.
Had to wait until I could afford to do it. So.
I hear you. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, thank goodness for my parents to help support me, and I mowed grass and everything.
Oh yeah,
at the same time
too. Yeah. Cool. Here's the big city of Jamestown.
Yeah, man, the village. We'll fly over my little neighborhood here. I grew up on the northeast side. But yeah, I grew up right over here on the back part here. My dad built a house when I was about 4 or 5 years old, and we lived there until I was 21.
There's a lot of these little towns in Ohio.
Oh yeah, Fort Recovery's like this, but it's bigger.
A little larger, but very similar.
We'll go fly by the drone real quick, and then I'm gonna let you land this bad boy.
Okay.
Or yeah, this is a boy, isn't it?
It is a boy.
Yeah.
It's Stash.
Stash.
I have him nicknamed as Stash.
All right. Then we got Harold the Hats.
Harold the Hats. Now the RV, I'm still searching for the right name.
Maybe we should have a little competition. See who can come up with a good name.
That would be awesome.
For Terry for her RV6.
There's the drone.
Yes. Now there's 3 grass strips right here. We got the drone, and then we got Sean's place and Dr. Turner's place.
And then we've got the drone.
And the drone.
There it is.
Come back here in about a month, it's going to be green beans. Soybeans, but they're green beans.
Yeah.
Man, this plane flies very well. I'm flying around at 22 RPMs, 2200 RPMs. We're at 600 feet right now. AGL. My strip's right around 1,000 feet MSL.
Setting up for the pattern.
Yep. And we got some houses out here. I live in I have this place in a very sparsely located area, but I still try to stay away from the houses as much as possible. I don't want to make all my neighbors mad. That is one thing about owning your own strip, and you know, somebody always can complain about something.
Well, just even flying from our little airports where I'm based at, I try to always be, conscious of whooping by and, try to keep the noise level down as much as I can. And
sure.
That sort of thing.
Looks like the farmers out there are putting down some...
looks like fertilizer.
Yeah. This time of the year, they're going to be planting here in the next week or two.
Oh, yeah. Starting to throttle back a little bit. When I get below 2,000 RPM, I like to pull the carb heat on.
Okay.
And these things can be susceptible to carb ice, so we do what we can to prevent that. That's what the carb heat is for, provide some warmer air in there.
Yeah.
It's a little bit humid today, not bad, though.
No, you've done this many
times. I've got below 80 miles an hour here. I'm going to go ahead and pull full flaps on.
Okay.
And they're not very big.
but they're effective.
They are for some, most of the time. Sometimes they don't help at all. I know you've got a little lump in your runway from this angle, and I always seem to hit it. So if we touch down and we happen to go back up in the air a little bit, I'm just going to hold it back and let it settle back in.
That sounds good.
All right.
Well, Terry just left. She's going back home. We have to go to work tomorrow morning. So she just left in her Cessna 140, heading back to Portland, Indiana. Takes her probably about 45 minutes to get there. We had a nice day hanging out with my dad and Eldon. A couple other people stopped by at the Dewey Drome. We went up and flew the Cessna 140. So this is kind of the normal day until I'm starting to give rides. And I actually gave a couple biplane rides earlier today. But in closing, I'll see you guys out in a hayfield near you. Take care.